Well, good morning. Good morning. This is Coffee with Carol. And today I want to talk about the questions that we ask God, or the whys, the whys that we ask him. Questions are an expected response to an uncertain situation or circumstance, to something that we are conflicted with or unsure about. God understands those questions. He understands that we are going to ask why. This past weekend, I was informed of a local family, a pastor's family, who lost their fourth child this weekend in a tragic accident. And the child was only a little over a year old. I don't know this family, but I can only imagine their pain. And I cried with this mother. In my silence this morning, in my prayer with God, I asked why. Why would you take this precious child from them? Why did this happen? Why did you let it happen? I have those questions. I thought about it because my little Lily, is just over a year old, and she's just now walking and just starting to talk. And I cannot imagine my life without her. And so it really saddened me to hear of this family and the loss that they're experiencing right now. And it made me think of another friend who lost both her children to a horrible disease at different times over the last 6 or 7 years. Why? Why, God, we ask? Why? And the Psalms are full of questions. They're cries for intervention and salvation. Job questioned, Moses questioned, Abraham questioned, King David questioned, even Jesus questioned. So it's not a surprise to God that we question. But Hebrews 11:6 says that, and without faith, it is impossible to please God. Anyone who comes to him must believe that he exists and rewards those who seek him. We have to believe he exists. And if we believe he exists, if we believe in God, we also need to believe God. Not just believe in him, but believe him, believe his word, believe when he says that he will work all things out for good, that he has a purpose and a plan for each one of us. We have to believe that. But it's hard. It's hard, especially in situations like this, when we see this small child being taken away. Our human limitations will never, ever, ever allow us to fully understand God's plan. But he says, trust me. And so we're called to trust him despite how we feel, despite the agony that we're going through. Another why that we sometimes ask is the why of why would you choose me? Why am I important? Why would I be important enough for this to happen? And that comes from a lack of self-worth and a lack of self-esteem, right? But these two questions, the why did you make it this way, or why did it happen, or why did you let it happen, or why would you choose me, or why do I matter, are both self-centered questions. And this is in no way to say that we shouldn't go to God with these questions. We absolutely must. But we have to understand that when we go inward with our feelings and we address our feelings and we cry out to God with those feelings, we need to also bring those feelings to him and lay them at his feet. Because if we hold on to the feeling, we'll go deeper into the feeling and we will push God away and we will become more depressed, more conflicted, and experience no peace. Isaiah 44:2 says that before you were born, he cared for you. Before you were born, he cared for you. So he knows what you are dealing with and what you're going through. If we will turn and drop our feelings at his feet and really seek his word for comfort and reassurance, he is there. He is in it. Psalm 53:2 says that our God is looking down to see who, what man, what woman is looking for him. When we are going through such a difficult period of time in our lives, when we have these questions of why God, why would you let this happen? Or why me? Or why do I matter? He's looking to see, are we seeking him in that? Are we seeking him despite the situation that we find ourselves in? And can we answer that question, here I am, Lord, send me? Almost that way of saying, who's listening? Well, why me, Lord? I'm listening. Who's seeking me? Why I am, Lord. I'm seeking you. He understands our pain. He understands our grief. It's okay for us to ask him why. But let's push ourselves to lay our feelings at his feet and to seek his face and to trust him no matter what. God does the how, and we do the do. I wish you an amazing day. And I pray that you will say, here I am, Lord, send me. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow.